Good day everyone, my name is OLAJIDE and I welcome you to World's Properties and Homes YouTube channel. On our channel, we'll be talking about where you can do property investment in EPE. Now, so I realized that some people don't want to even invest in EPE. I have clients that they don't want to go further than Ikota, Lekki Fish. They don't want to pass Ikota, Adesanya. They don't want to enter there to EPE. But the thing there is that once about the real estate market is that demand keeps on shifting, population of Lagos keep on increasing. Most people cannot even afford to get an average plot of land in Adesanya, because Adesanya is like the most affordable place to get land in Lekki Phase 2 ASICs. And then after the land Adesanya sells for about 30 million naira at the moment, just for 300 square meter of land. And the average Nigerian cannot afford that. So the next place you can get affordable real estate investment in the Lekki ASICs, then after Lekki, is moving towards EPE. And then there are a lot of developments coming up. Not just that they just bare lands in EPE. The reason why the demand is moving towards EPE is because of developments coming in the EPE and EPE corridor. That's just major reasons. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and I'll be discussing this in length, why you should own property in EPE today. Now let's get to business. So basically, there are about 4 to 5 major establishments. There are several establishments. I'll just be classifying them based on major categories they fall into. Now, for instance, I made a short video. I was talking about the proposed national airport in EPE. Now, the government wants to build a $460 billion airport in EPE. I don't even call it the proposed airport anymore because they're done with the design stage, or just the financing stage of the airports. And then the plan is that the airport will decongest the amount of people going to go and use Murtala International Airport. And then why EPE? Do you know that EPE has about 3 major entrances? Apart from, you can come into like EPE Expressway, you can come in through EPE Korodu, you can come in through EPE Ijebu Ode, and then they are not placing an airport that's in EPE. It's not just a local one, an international airport that they are placing in EPE. So when they decongest, so a lot of people come into the country, you don't want to even leave Ikeja. Now, when they decongest the amount of traffic in Murtala International Airport, people will usually fly into EPE, and then they might not even really step out of that corridor or that EPE neighborhood. They just be within that neighborhood. A lot of people stay on the island. People use people in the Lekki areas. They still have to start driving down to Ikeja to catch up with their flights. So all this is going to be very reduced. So we tell people to be moving from somewhere like Ikoyi and then now driving down to somewhere like Ikeja to just book their flight, and then probably some people might not missing their flight because of traffic, and then by Nigeria, a lot of unpredictable this can just come up. So that's one of the reasons why they're coming up with the airports in EPE. Now we don't really know when they'll be done with the airports, but it's already in the plan. They've already started working on to make sure that the airport is in place. So if you get any property in the neighborhood very close to the airport, it is very, very strategic. So only probably can just buy land down, buy several lands down. In the future, you can start building apartments, building duplexes, guys inside them from Airbnb and then making daily income. Or better still, you can buy acres of land down, start selling this land. Because initially, as most of us that know the story of Ikeja, most of all these international companies that we've worked with and I haven't worked with personally, their branch was all based in Ikeja initially, because that was where was alt initially in the market before the demand started, because the whole of this Lekki Phase 1, they were all swampy and waterlogged area. So Ikeja, the airports really had a very, very major effect on Ikeja. That's why you see that the best hotels in the country are still based in Ikeja. The likes of Marriott, the likes of Radisson, the likes of 4 Point Sheraton, they are all still based in Ikeja. So with time, demands in EPE to be very, very expensive. It's very, very expensive. I talk about Landmark developer of Lagoon Estate, popular Lagoon Estate. Landmark is also set. Imagine a company like Landmark taking hundreds of millions, entering into billions for us to get hectares of land in very, very large quantity in EPE. They are facing the proposed national airport. That is a lot just to get the land perfect title. They don't start developing, and they still have a lot a lot of best and very big developments coming up inside the area that are going to launch in Ekpe. So the airport is a very prime development that will drive population, drive demand to the Ekpe corridor. Now, second, I'm talking about the government economic zones in Ekpe. I've talked about this before in my videos, but we can't talking about the government economic zones now. As the last news that was released, they already launched the deep sea ports, and then imagine the deep sea port, the free trade zone, even the airports, they're all interconnected together. Let me explain how it's going to work to you. Now, people will coming to get goods. So the deep sea port is more like so Nigeria is trying to recollect the trade business lost to other neighboring countries, and then once the deep sea port is fully functional, it's already fully functional, so you start getting investors, traders, businessmen coming into the deep sea ports. Then they will land their goods in the free trade zone. They will process this good, package this good, and they now see further send it out of the country through deep sea port and the free trade zone. You see, these economic zones are employing thousands of workers, and then this is demand. Population increase is coming to the Ekpe and the Lekki Azik. This is a large population increase. Now, at right now at the moment, there is only from Lekki Azik, there's only one major road to the Ekpe, that's through the Lekki Ekpe Expressway. Now, Alao City is one of the biggest private owned let me call it a city, because it is a very we just call it an estate, because that's both industrial, that's commercial, and that's both residential. It has the play area, it has everything. It has like a fully functional city. Now Alao City is building a major road from Alao City, where Alao City is in Ekpe, straight down to Lekki, where you have the deep sea ports and the free trade zone. That's like another access road down from Lekki down to Ekpe. Now that is development and demand. So there's an easy there's going to be an easy access road from Ibeju down to Ekpe without passing through the Lekki Ekpe Expressway or passing through Eleko. That's another major development coming in the Aziz. So you have the deep sea port fully functional, employing thousands of workers. Business people are flying in day and night. They will need where to stay. Workers need where to stay. Population is definitely going to increase. And then once there is business in the neighborhood, and then people will definitely need where to. People cannot keep on going from Ibeju to something on somewhere like Suderi or Ikeja, or even as far as let's like phase 1. It's going to be very long distance in the nearest future. So where you can now position yourself is okay. When can we start buying now? Start buying those lands now in acres. Let me give you an instance. If you keep on waiting that you want to wait till everything is fully functional first start buying lands in Ekpe, you will not be able to afford this. For instance, Lagoon Estate that was long in 2021 by Landmark, around 2009 by Landmark. Lagoon Estate was like the major lands around Ayeturi, Lekki Ekpe Expressway. But they call that it's along Lekki Ekpe Expressway, but they call it it's still along the Ayeturi, but that's like the name of that neighborhood. Now, Landmark launched Lagoon Estate at 5 billion naira per plot. Today is as of 2021. Today is September 2022. Lagoon Estate just come that's a full process for that 25 million naira per plot, and then that's even minus the other fees you get to pay. That's the survey, deed, and the other documents you have to pay for to get allocated your land. Imagine from May 2021 to September 2022 this year, that's about 20 million return on investments to clients. And then even apart from Lagoon Front Estates, after Lagoon Front Estates came into the market, there were several other developments coming up in that Ayeturu Lekki Ekpe Expressway neighborhoods, and that was selling much more higher. Likes of Ituno was launched earlier this year. MNSA Phase 2 was launched earlier this year. It's new registration, it's new city, Dukia, and a lot of other developments came up out of Lagoon Front Estate, and I said they were selling for like 15 20 I think it's new essential currency goes for about 5 million per plot. Imagine. So 2021, 2022, imagine how much Equity has appreciated in value. They've appreciated with a very that's over 100%, over 200% return on investment for smart investors. And there are even clients that bought, because I know the kind that bought an acre in Lagoon Front Estate. It just make deposits on each of the plots. Deposits will be like probably about $1 million. When you send 5 million naira, it means deposits of about 1 M each of the plots. And then right now, he has a land where a plot was worth 5 million, and then it bought with 1 million deposits, and they have land worth 5 million naira in value right now. That's a lot of return, like over 200% on investment basically. So when you see a good property, the good location, and then with a company that have a very good track record of delivery on their projects in Nigeria real estate market. Even if you can afford that property, if you can afford the whole full payment, make a down payment. Once you check your papers, you check your document, check your finance, feel like, oh, in the space of 6 months, in the space of 12 months, in the space of 24 months, I can afford to pay for this land finish. Make the down payments and then start making installment payment towards the property. You're going to definitely get a very very good return on your investment. And that's about the government economic zones in Ekpe. Now, there's a resource coming up in Ekpe. Now, at the moment, the only resource that's in Ekpe right now is Ekpe Resort and Spa, and then is doing a good numbers. It has a good number of people visiting Ekpe Resort and Spa. But there was one that was recently launched into the market. That's the popular Dukia Africa. You can check it online. It's everywhere. You can send me them. I can send you details about the property. It's going to be one of the biggest resources in the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa by 2025. So the company already have a strategy. And then one thing about real estate is that real estate is 80% finance and the 20% construction. So that's for that thing entirely. So basically, there's already a plan on how to attract tourists to Dukia Africa on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, and even yearly basis. The target is that by 2025, 2026, we're going to be getting something than 60,000 tourists into Dukia Africa on a yearly basis. That's quite a good number to start with in the first year. So now, Dukia Africa was launched by Evermark. Evermark is one of the developers. They have a couple projects in the likes of OLAJIDE, Chevron, Awoyaya. They build duplexes, they build apartments, they build bungalows so as well. Now, they want to build a very, very big resort, not just even in Nigeria, in the whole of Sub-Saharan Africa. A couple of Lagos State's House of Rep was on the site before the launching was done about a week ago. That was about around September 14th, 15th, and thereabouts. So now, they are building a very big resource in Ekpe, and then I think they plot their sales for about 50 million naira at the moment. Now, they have not started development fully. They've just only done the major development, that's the gatehouse, perimeter fencing, the helipad, and then the company proposes to you that, oh, we want to build a very very big resort in Ekpe. Now offering you to come and buy plot sizes about 500 square meter, 300 square meter, 200 square meter, 150 square meters, where you can even build mini resource bungalows. Just get something. That's something down. This what if it becomes the next big thing in the whole of resource visiting in the whole of Africa? What if? And then they already have a plan. The funds is down, the finance is down to make sure that the dream comes to pass. Because if initially they released about 100% markets for sale, and then within the space of 3 weeks 100 plus got sold out. That's release about, it's not about another 50 plus or 70 plus at the pre-launch price into the market. That's a very 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 good deal. That's you buying into a very big resource. You get to see the master plan, you get to see the plan of the company, you get to know exactly, okay, you guys are saying that you're bringing tourists into this, what exactly is the plan. You see everything, they show you how it's going to be done. They already have in the space of 3 months would have accomplished so and so. So that's to know a good company to partner with us to buy into their estates. They give you that in the space of 3 months would have achieved so and so. In the space of 6 months, in the space of 1 year, in the space of before 2025 that I even promised, we would have achieved this and this and this and that. So that is why, so projects like that is where you should buy into. Dukia Africa is a very very big resource that I will advise, that I won't advise, and then most of my clients have taken advantage of in Ekpe. And that's about the resource in Ekpe that I can buy into. Now, finally, Ekpe has several universities, and then this one is something that everybody should know, honestly, because let me take in like for example now. During that students pay about 200k, 50k to get access to a service apartment very close to you. Like this is not VIU, this is not Ikoyu, this is not Ikota or Adisoya. Akoka, like students pay as high as 200k, 250k to get access to a bed space, not a room, to a bed, so you can have like, let's say, let me call it let me say a mini flat. Let me say okay, say mini flat though. You can have like just one room, and then it's going to be service for them though. People are paying as high as 200k just for, because you like have about 500,000, it's about 2,000 students, and they only have about 8,000 bed space for these 50,000 students. That means it's not even balancing. You are admitting 50,000 students, and then you have a bed space for only 8,000 students. So there's a lot of demand in that neighborhood, and then you know that one thing is that as long as there is demand, price keep on increasing, price keep on going higher. So that's the thing. And then imagine a lot of people, a lot of old apartments are being demolished, building a better apartment because of the demand of these students. And then there are people that will pay for the amounts for those apartments. It's not apartments in it's usually apartments in Akokana sales for as high as assessors rent for as high as a naira, 800k, 900k to just rent an apartment for just 12 months. That's a demand that you can find places in the like Noforija, like Ilara, other places where you have universities based, because last one have university in Ekpe, Augustine University private university though, and they have their own campus. But schools like Laswed, schools like Yaba Tech, extension, schools like LASU, and some other universities, even PAU students. Now PAUs are along Lekki Ekpe Expressway. You don't believe that PAU students have to drive from Ekpe down to Shogutedo to rent an apartment. After they go to Shogutedo, they come to a restaurant to come and get Airbnb where they can stay. That's a demand that you can. That's a demand you can. That's a demand you can create. You can position yourself as a smart investor. So imagine students driving down from PAU down to restaurant to come and rent apartment. That's, I think, that's a lot. That's a lot, honestly. That's like a market you can just solve an issue for. Get standard, get a good acre, get lands, start building standard apartments, start building bungalows where students can stay, and then start getting. You can start either doing, for now, do rentals, but in the future you can also position yourself for either Airbnb, and then when the population keep on increasing, you get to make good return on your investment. And then I think that will be all for today when you can do property investments in Ekpe. So my name is OLAJIDE. I'm the lead consultant at Walls Properties and Homes, and what we do is that we help our clients, both diasporas clients and then Nigerians and Nigerians in diaspora, own properties down here in Lagos. We're a brokerage firm, so we get the best property listings. We partner with the most trusted real estate company with the proven track record, and then we help our clients invest in their project, and then we get to make lots and lots of landlords. So don't forget to subscribe to our page. Keep on investing in real estate. Don't stop investing in real estate, because real estate is like the most trusted means to make lifetime cash plan become ready. My name is OLAJIDE. Bye for now.